Hey guys, welcome. So we're just going to get right into it. My name's Erik Wahlberg. I'm going to be your humble DM today with these awesome folk who are brave enough to play first edition Dungeons and Dragons with me. This is session 2. We are playing The Curse of the Black Spire. And we have some friends here that I would like them to at least start out introducing themselves and their characters so that those of you that are following know what the heck they are when they say, I cast magic missile. Roderick, you want to go first?
All right. This is Roderick the Mage. I am a reluctant joiner of this party. I love reading my books in my library, but somehow have gotten mixed into this group of vagabonds and scallywags, and I accidentally killed my very first monster in the last event. So that is me, Roderick the Mage.
All right.
Brother Haleth.
So I be Brother Haleth. I be a half-elf cleric / ore fighter. With my untrusted mace, there's a good probability I might put the enemy in its place. Probably.
Right.
Very nice. Kark?
Hi, my name is Kark. I came in the middle of the battle only to find an elfish friend died in the middle. I am now here to avenge it despite how most of my friends didn't even try their best to save such an amazing and cool ninja-ish elf that somehow I will forever gonna avenge! For it is I am Kark!
That's fantastic. Thor?
Thorn the Stalwart, armed with a battle axe, a shield, and natural good looks.
The rock lover. Yes.
And
Not
lastly,
like this one.
lastly, Aldrich.
Sir Aldrich at your service. For some reason, I was just a bystander paladin, and I just saw this bunch of people. They look interesting, so I joined.
All right, excellent. Thanks, guys. So last episode, the 5 adventurers that just introduced themselves, they are all connected through a mercenary organization known as the Black Talon. And the Black Talon does often do kind of escort work for caravans. In particular, this is far in the east and south, where it is a very desert climate, very inhospitable. And as a matter of fact, they were traveling with some merchants across what is known as the Endless Sands to give an idea of how much desert there is. They had finished a stint with a merchant caravan and were at a place called Zarm's Rest, an oasis, when they, amongst other things, they came across a drunken priest who seemed to be flashing some interesting trinkets, one of which looked like a scroll, maybe of some value, or at the very least of some information. And in fact, it was one of their party decided to stalk this drunk priest as he left the tavern, and very
Amazing guy.
very heroically stabbed him in the back and murdered the innocent person and took the scroll.
Boy, we miss him. I miss him so.
Very heroic.
Very
And
heroic.
then they found
Such an
They found
inspiration.
they found that this scroll was also a treasure map that led them to a place. And of course, since it is 6 a.m. here, I forget the name of those. What was the name of that area? Which is the collection of stone. What was it called here? Okay. Hold on. Okay, I don't seem to see it right in front of me. And hey, guys, it's 6 a.m. I've been up since 4 a.m. to do this. So essentially,
You're forgiven.
There is a section where it is a valley of kind of stone of coming out that over 1,000 years ago, it was rivers and water all through here, and it had forged the shapes. And so it's a very interesting outcropping collection of about a good mile, and that is where the treasure map led them. When they first arrived, they came upon aside from being covered with sand, they met a very rudimentary intelligence Neanderthal type that had a spear and was talking gibberish. Luckily, Brother Heleth has a magical helm that allowed him to talk to him briefly, but only really received a bit of a strange warning and message to go away. The players' characters continued on to the destination, and they found what stood out very much on the map and in the space was a tall tower of stone. This kind of blackened that is different than the others, and it curls up in a very strange way, and it required some expertise by their rogue to create some climbing holds for them on the way back, as well as a fairly dramatic swing of a rope because of the odd shape of this thing at the top. They got to the top, and they found that an earthquake had certainly hit this area and affected this spire, and that this enormous stone door that would never have been able to be moved had shifted because of that, and they were able to climb through. Once they climbed through, they found probably was another adventurer that managed to come through a while back, but was hit by a cacophony of spears in a trap, and his skeletal form was there with some mostly disintegrated gear at his feet. They went inside, and they saw a pile of bones and other things in the corner, junk essentially. And as they're entering the room, as they're investigating, dozens of large scorpions emerged from the stone, from the bones and the junk, and fled. Great, they fled. Then they went to a door, and it's fortunately at that point is when a giant scorpion came from a little alcove that had been described by the DM that was by the door, and a huge fight ensued. There is spells and arrows and all kinds of things, even a kind of One Punch Man style punch from the thief who had swallowed a potion of
The
giant
heroic thief.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that same thief was hit by the giant scorpion stinger and stiffened up, gurgled with pus and ooze coming out of his eyes, mouth, and ears, and he passed.
like a hero.
Yeah,
He died like a hero, man. He died like a hero.
and as the group was gathering, they decided that they were quite spent from the battle, so they would rest.
The priest he killed earlier said, "Karma's a bitch." Yeah. Anyway.
And the door, they saw there's a bronze door in front of them that they had decided they were going to rest because some spells were cast that were needed, and that was when Kark arrived, who is someone else from the Black Talons. So the group, the original group of 5, had left because their other 5 from the Black Talons were otherwise occupied, whether it be that they're gambling or a brothel or watching the Mike Tyson fight. And so, but Kark got the message, and he showed up. And as they're about to re-engage that door and see what's beyond it, they had noted that their camels, which they left at the bottom of the spire, were gone. And there's also some blood that could be seen splattered on that sand. So whatever happens, they may have trouble getting back because it's quite a ways as arms rest. But hey, first things first. Before I allow you guys to tell me what you want to do, I'm going to read to you again what the inscription that was on that bronze door read, which is how we ended it last time. Okay, so on that door, It said, "You stand." Beyond lies the blight of the sands, Vash Kaz, necromancer and sorcerer, slain at great sacrifice by the Kelton people. Do not be tempted by the evil trinkets within. You will bring ruin upon yourselves and upon all who still walk this world. And now, I guess it's up to you guys now to open that door and see what happens. Okay, so
Let the dwarf start. Let
you have one key that you found from that the rogue that didn't make his way in. It's a huge bronze key that was obviously made by whoever it was that made the door. And you guys are gathered. Go for it.
All right. So which one of us is the hardiest? Which one of us? Of course, it's not me, the mage. You know, Thorn. It looks like you're up. Who has the key right now? Thorn has the key. Okay, Thorn, you've got it. It looks like you are. It looks like you have the responsibility of going forth and letting us into this realm of terrors.
And be pinned by a rock again? Okay.
Yes, absolutely. It is your natural element anyway.
it is your karma.
Right from the get go, we're putting the dwarf as a lure.
It's always been our MO.
Yeah, that's true.
No
right.
shortage of dwarf shaming on this show.
So
Yeah.
let me know what you guys do as you guys are discussing it. But the specific action I would need to know.
All right, Thorn. What is it that you do? You reach with the key out towards the bronze door. You find a keyhole. Is there a keyhole on the door?
There is.
All right, Thorn.
Yes.
You know what to do. Describe your action.
I guess there's only one way to go, and is to go inside,
Mhm.
go through the door
Mhm.
using the bronze key.
Mhm.
Okay. And you put that enormous key in and you twist it. And with your reasonable strength and also as a dwarf, knowing how mechanisms like this work, you're able to open it in spite of the fact that this thing has probably not been open for a long, long, long time. The heavy bronze doors groan open, their hinges shrieking like a death knell of ancient ages. The room beyond is small and oppressive. The flicker of your torch is barely holding back the suffocating dark. Faded glyphs line the walls, broken and marred by jagged cracks that streak across the stone, the scars of violent upheaval. At the center of the chamber, a bronze pot sits just outside the remnants of a crumbling magical circle etched into the floor. It seems to have been shifted, displaced by one or more quakes. But its heavy seal remains unbroken. A faint ring of ash outlines where it once stood, its presence heavy and unnatural. Scattered across the floor are treasures, rings, necklaces, armlets strewn haphazardly, their intricate craftsmanship dulled but unmistakable. Nearby, a heavy stone chest lies toppled off its perch, its thick lid cracked open. Within, at least from Thorn's perspective, within, the faint gleam of black obsidian catches your eye, reflecting your torchlight with an unnatural sheen. The air hangs thick, charged with an ancient malice, as if the room itself is holding its breath. Something here is waiting.
Okay. In what order do we enter the room? So we presume that Thorn has already stepped in. Who brings up the rear? All right. Sounds like somebody has to reasonably strong has to stay in the back just in case we get in trouble. All right. I guess Aldrich. Should Aldrich stay behind a little bit and guard the rear?
Well, I can do that, or I can just, go with Thorn and make sure everything's fine. I can detect evil.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right, Aldrich. It sounds like a better idea for you to go ahead with Thorn, and likely Haleth is going to have to stay behind because he has healing spells just in case somebody does something wrong and needs to recover very quickly. I'll stay in the middle, just readying my magic missiles, but not casting them just yet. All right, Thorn and Aldrich go first.
Yeah,
Tick brings up the rear. Kark and I are in the middle.
So
Okay.
yeah, so we declare what we do now,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, so I'll take that as your marching order,
Yeah.
and you enter the room. I know at least one of you had torches. I forget who was
Yep.
holding them.
Yeah, I do have a torch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't bother too much for details with torches, as long as you say you have them. They could be placed down the ground. You can sometimes
Yes.
find
Right.
alcoves. So you guys have torches.
All right. Well, yeah. I since I'm the guy in the middle, and I guess it's optimal for me to hold the torch because it casts light forward and back. I like my torch and shine it towards the room to see what the room looks like with the glyphs and the treasures.
Okay. So the as mentioned earlier, there are glyphs lining the walls, almost as if it was ritualistically, and probably was, painted and otherwise emblazoned upon it as whether a warning, a protection, or some other symbols.
I roll for intelligence to see if I recognize the glyphs in my readings.
Why don't you go? So again, to how this works is the way I do it. I use something from a game called Fantasy Trip Hero, and so you're going to be rolling 4d6, and you just need to roll under your intelligence.
4d6. Okay, let's do that.
Not 40. 4.
Oh, 4d4. Okay.
4d6.
46. Okay, let's do that. Let's see. 4d6. There we go. We've got 22.
So, what I intimated to you was about as far as it goes. You can conjecture as to the origins of it or why it's there. But one thing that is clear is that these have faded over time, and the earthquake also seemed, or multiple earthquakes probably over the years, have cracked some of the symbols. But yeah, they're all throughout. And so far as the items around the floor, as mentioned, they look quite valuable. And they're scattered. That looks like what may be the remnants of some kind of chest or something that is probably disintegrated over time. But you have that. And then I'd mentioned there's that enormous bronze pot that is shifted from that circle. And then there was a kind of a stone perch of a sort that held the stone chest that has fallen. And that's the one where the obsidian was glinting.
All right, Thorn, resist your natural racial proclivity towards shiny things. Again, we're it's D&D. We're racist against each other, but we love each other's differences here too. All right. Does Thorn get tempted?
Yeah, of course.
Does Thorn get tempted by the jewelry?
Or it'd be like a crow, like shiny bits and pieces.
Mhm. All right.
You know,
Thorn,
I've learned something from our previous encounters where I got pinned by a rock. So I don't think I would risk.
Not cautious.
Yeah.
Okay. So Thorn has learned his lesson
This dwarf has
and decides
PTSD.
not to reach out towards the shiny things on the floor. Okay.
I'm being careful now. So
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh.
Aldrich, what do you do since you are beside Thorn on the forefront?
Well, since I didn't cast my detect evil when I came in, so I'm just going to cast detect evil right now just to see if something's gonna,
If something shines. Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Yeah. So using your paladin innate ability, which is quite incredible in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, you can do it at will. You scan the room, and the some of those trinkets that are on there, mild evil. Obviously anything's a bit unsettling, but you've sensed things that are much stronger. And then you go over to that chest where the obsidian's coming from. That has a stronger evil to it. And then you scan over to that pot, and it is overwhelmingly evil.
Mm.
I like where this is going.
What kind of pot is that?
I think it's full of shit.
Yeah, it is a chance.
I think it's full of bat guano, maybe. Very evil. Really sick shit.
Does it smell like evil though?
So,
Yes, we turn our attention to the pot which emanates the waves of
most
evil.
Do,
Yeah.
Yes.
do you want to do that? Okay.
All right.
We have
turn
three
our
choices.
attention towards it because of Aldrich's detect evil spell. It has drawn our attention, and we look around the area of the pot to see if any traps might be triggered before we approach it.
I believe your only thief is dead now, right?
Dead.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Sorry
This will
about
be.
that.
Well,
Heroic
this will
thief.
be-
He's ashes now.
that. Oh yeah.
well,
that's
I
true.
allow anybody to look for things.
Oh yeah, in general, just look around. Like, does
Yeah.
anything look like a regular? From a regular perspective, does it look like?
Yeah,
there's-
the chamber is. Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna ask. Is there's no order on asking question right,
Right now,
right?
no.
It's free
It's,
for all. Yeah.
Yeah,
Freeze
it's
thaw
not.
right now.
It's not turn. It's not combat yet, so there's no need for orders. Yeah.
Is there any inscription on the pot
Ah,
or drawings or like something?
Yeah. So you do. Yeah, you do
It's
notice
just
that.
of a poo.
You do notice that there's a seal around it, of sigils that are very similar to the ones that are up on the wall. Those also seem to be somewhat faded. Thorn, you can tell because you've been in some ancient places under the ground that we're talking hundreds and hundreds of years that this place has probably been here, which it does affect the integrity of things. But yeah, so you do notice that. Aside from that, the bronze pot, it's pretty rudimentarily made. You think that if it was the Kelton people who made it, it was probably the peak of their technology at great effort to create this thing, which is also that door that you guys had opened.
Okay.
Alet, put your thinking cap.
Alice.
All right. So knowing what we know now, so the whole place reeks of evil,
Mhm.
especially coming from the pot yonder.
Here you go.
So
So, oh yes, Hallett. Who has the helm of communication?
That's Brother Holland.
Tim,
I have,
yeah.
I have the
it's
helm of
only
comprehending
thinking
language.
cap. Yeah.
It's
Ah,
only
that's
a
the
Never
thinking.
so reliable.
Yeah. Okay.
I have the helm of comprehending languages. May I be using that one here?
So you look at the sigils on the wall and on the bronze pot. They look to be more of magic scriptures or words or verses that really make no sense to you. You can make them out as sounds and some kind of ancient language, but nothing that would be informational.
Right. Okay. I'm turning around to the gentleman behind me. Knowing, according to the scripture, talks of necromancy, I having a vial of holy water with me. Should I be using it here, pouring it to the pot, just to see what happens, or should I save it later?
I would advise saving it because, from my understanding of the scriptures, these have been drawn to protect us from what's inside that pot. So, my danger senses of all my readings of all the books that I've read, scriptures tend to be the kind that would protect you against something coming towards you, rather than you headed towards it. So, I would suggest, Hal, if we save that, and I ask Kark right next to me.
Yes.
What do you think we should do?
I think since we are dealing with something evil and both of you guys are afraid, I believe, considering my alignment, damn it, I have to be good on this one. We we have to be very, very careful. Though I would suggest we should try to pour the holy water first, just to see what the effect would be.
The holy water is it a one-time use? Like when you uncork it, it has to be used all at once, or can it be saved a little bit?
You can certainly do some experiments with it. For example, if you had a zombie pinned to the ground, you want to just dribble a little to see what happens. You can do that.
Okay.
Real quick, I need to know who amongst you. Everybody, tell me your wisdom score for your character.
Wisdom score. Okay.
For
Wisdom. I have a 13. Roderick
I
has
have
a
a
13.
12.
I have 13.
Thorn is 10.
Minus 12.
Ale has
Okay. Thorn, I need you to make a saving throw versus spells.
Saving throw versus spells. It's a
Yes.
D20, right?
Yeah, and you need to roll as a fighter. You're level 3, right?
Card?
Yes.
Oh, no, wait, sorry.
Thorn.
I can
Thorn,
look it up.
yeah, that's a D20. A D20 roll.
Yeah, see, Thorn is level.
Level 3.
Level 3, good. Yeah, okay, so you need a 16, 17, 18, 19, or 20 to make
16 up. Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. Let's see. I'm not good at rolling. Oh, I just doomed us all.
Roll tonight.
Oh man, talk
Okay.
about jinxing it. Okay.
We're off to a good start, guys. We're off to a
Nothing-
good start.
Nothing bad will happen. So,
Yeah.
okay, you guys are all checking out the pot. Who is going to be pouring the holy water and where?
All right, Hal. If it's you've got the holy water, dribble a little bit of it onto the pot, and besides, you're a paladin, so you've got semi charm kind of life protection against evil anyway. So you do it.
I'd be doing it. I'd be pouring a few drops of the holy water onto the pot.
Mhm.
Okay. You pour it onto the pot and doesn't seem to do anything. You might suspect that if this could affect anything, is probably what's within the pot, not the pot itself, which is fortunately so far seems to be sealed tight.
Mhm.
As everybody is focused on that pot and what would happen does happen, nobody notices that Thorn makes his way over to the chest and
No.
thrusts his hands into the cracked opening of the broken chest and grabs something and pulls it out.
Told you guys.
I'm going to have everybody.
I knew the
I'll-
dwarf was going to
I'll
cause
say
us
everybody-
problems. Okay.
I
I
knew
will
it.
say everybody notice. I love the props he brings out.
Okay, yeah.
So
It's the same props that we have for the rock.
Oh, that's why. That's the nice thing about it. Multiple uses. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did Thorn brought the rock with him?
No, he thrust his hand into the chest.
I'm playing it out, guys. I told you, yes, PTSD.
In a bit of a mesmerized state, everybody turns because at that moment everybody notices Thorn has this crown, this wicked high crown with kind of spindly spiky tops to it, all obsidian. Looks beautiful but also terrifying, and it does immediately look similar to that picture that you saw that was drawn on the cave entrance of that creature being slain, right? And he's looking at it and he's just staring at this crown.
Oh no.
Oh, wait. It's a spiky
Oh,
storm
no.
crown. So I was thinking of Helm of Domination. Put it in my head.
Mm.
No,
Okay.
Aldrich, not you
Um,
too.
Can I ask a question? I would like to know the trinket. What does it look like? If there's any inscription on it?
So when you say trinket, so we have a bunch of jewelry and other things that are strewn about that look of a lot of value, and then you have this crown, and then you have the pot. So what are you looking for?
Okay, so when you said that the trinket has a little bit of evil on it, so
Yeah,
you're explaining all of the trinket, right?
Yes, yes.
Is there any particular trinket in there that's that looks like that we can use?
Well, so everything look like it could be worn. Everything from necklaces to armbands to rings. Yeah, so all those things can be worn.
All right.
Thorn.
I see that I see Thorn holding onto the crown. I run to him to try to knock it out of his hands. Try to snap him out of his mesmerized state.
All right. You run up to him, and this is going to be important. So, Thorn, you need to make another saving throw to try and break this hold, as essentially the wizard knocking it is going to kind of jar you to back into your space, your mind space. So let's see if that works. I'm going to give you a +3. So that's going to be, instead of a 16 or more, you need a 13 or more.
So
Is it a D20?
Yes, D20 still.
No.
Oh, you just made it.
13.
13.
Okay. So as you come up, you realize that Thorn has a strong grip on it. But as you come up and you strike it, there's a glint in his eye, and he connects with the real world, and he does let it go, and this crown falls and clatters to the ground, and he is no longer in this kind of hypnotic state. As you knock it,
Thorn.
as you knock it, Roderick, as you knock it down, you hear a voice in your head.
Holy crap!
Because I touched it. Okay.
You have come.
Oh no! It's me.
Oh my god! Oh my god! We're fighting Sauron, aren't we?
And
It's Sauron.
and you realize, as you see this crown lying on its side, that you have a very similar scar that was, as you were told, was an accident, that somehow you were burned as a baby, that you have grown with, and has just been a thing with no explanation as to what it was or why or how that happened. But it looks very much similar to this crown, and that is instantly mortifying because of everything else that's happened and where you are.
Okay.
Oh no!
So I hear this voice in my head. I notice the marking being similar to the scar that I have. I recoil and I recoil and I say, do I still have control over my actions?
Yes.
Okay. I recoil and I berate the dwarf, saying, I knew your dwarf sensibilities wouldn't be able to handle this. Okay. I step back away from the crown, knowing the sense of evil that it is emanating, and tell my companions, gentlemen, I believe this is a place of immense evil. This is not a good idea.
And as you say that, Brother Hollis he's kind of still in the midst of that trickle of holy water, and he's looking over, so he's still actually kind of pouring on it. Probably has no effect on the holy water, but the pot starts to move and shake violently by itself. As
Oh my god, guys! Roderick is Sauron. Come on, somebody stab him.
I know. I'm starting to worry about myself.
Hold the door.
The pot begins.
I will back the door.
Who's doing
Off
what?
with his head.
Just to make sure, off with his head.
The pot is violently shaking.
Okay.
Does anyone want to stay next to it?
Fuck no.
Haleth is actually still next to it. Did he notice the pot?
Oh yeah, everybody does because it's
Everybody
raw
does.
and it's making a
Okay.
lot of noise. Yeah.
Okay. I guess no. I guess everybody steps back a little bit and gets ready for whatever is about to burst forth.
And that is
Assuming
what
battle position.
Battle.
happens. There's a kind of a black light that starts to crack through at the connection of the lid of this pot, and the sigils start to glow, and then they seem to kind of fizzle out, and it shoots out in all directions, and the pot flies off.
Mm.
And from that pot, you see what looks like ashes start to rise up out of it, and they form slowly into a very, very tall humanoid. Still all kind of sandy and dark, as if probably these were some kind of cremated ashes. And it's starting to form slowly, completely ignoring you, but it is starting to move its head. It's probably a good 7 feet tall.
Mm.
And this is a fairly slow process. So I want to know what you guys do while this is happening.
Okay. Let's see. Who's got turn undead?
Brother Haleth and Aldred.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of us. But I can use one of my holy water. But I draw my sword. Wait, that's a humanoid, so it's not undead, right?
So for the traditional undead,
Okay.
unless it's some kind of mummy or lich,
Okay.
it's probably not. But it's really hard to tell right now. It's whatever it is, it's forming.
All right, hit it.
It's still fun.
Okay, I use my holy water, cast turn undead on the and see what's happened.
Okay. Roll a d20 to turn undead. You bring forth your holy symbol and call out whatever it is you think would be appropriate, and you're gonna try and turn undead. Roll a d20.
Okay. Oh,
17. Okay. So when you have enough of an infusion of your deity, you can sometimes see it, and your holy symbol even glows briefly with the ferocity at which you summon this turning ability, and the form that is now starting to come into form as this dark-skinned human type, with a long kind of jaw and maw, very terrifying looking, seems to completely ignore you, which tells you that yes, this is not an undead.
Okay.
okay, yeah. So
Well, that's fine. At least we ruled that out. Let's see.
Is this creature hostile?
Not yet. It still seems to be having kind of a self-realization as it's reforming.
It's coming out of its sleep. Okay.
Are we allowed to move independently for now?
Yeah, anybody can do what they want right now. Let's go around the horn now. So Roderick's Joel's been a great co-DM here, trying to keep people moving. So I'll do it myself. So we'll start with Roderick. What would you like to do?
Let's see. So no hostility. I try to communicate with it. I reach out to it and with my voice and say, what manner of creature are you?
Its head snaps to you, and its face and eyes start to form more solidly. It looks to be a very decrepit and very marred semblance of a human, but at the same time also wickedly powerful. And it looks right at you, and you feel exposed. You feel that it's looking into you and through you. There's definitely a connection.
Okay. That's my action. I try to reach out to it verbally. It looks at me, and I feel vulnerable to it. I feel some kind of connection to it. Okay. Mark. Alric already did his thing. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Kark?
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'm just. Oh, go ahead.
go. Go ahead.
Pretty much just going to be pointing out my dagger. Actually, have it at ready, but pretty much pointing at the creature just in any cases that it does anything unusual.
Okay.
Are
Pretty
you?
much trying to give a gesture?
How far away are you from it?
I'm pretty much like I'm actually drawing closer towards Roderick, but I actually have my dagger prepared just in any cases that anything suspicious happen. I would actually try to actually either throw it at the creature or
Really?
if I'm any much closer. Yeah.
Brother Hollis.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Remember, this creature is really powerful.
All right. So
I'm here for
if-
revenge for my friend who died.
All right. So Roderick tried communicating, but no response from the said creature.
Right.
I'd be using my Helm of Comprehending Languages again and be asking, identify yourself, creature.
It's still looking directly at Roderick. There's a glint of an acknowledgement. You can tell that this creature can understand you, but it's looking right at Roderick right now, and it's forming more and more of its body. And again, it looks powerful but incomplete. It looks reformed, but there's something wrong. And it looks powerful. So that's your turn. Does not respond to you. Thorn?
Okay. Well,
Go for me.
I'm scared of what he's gonna do.
Since,
Nice.
oh god. since the last encounter that we had, I'll be
Nice
more
knowing
careful
you.
this time and ready my shield and my axe just in case it
How close are you to it?
maybe a good let's see, like a 5 feet or 10
About
feet.
5 feet. Okay. And lastly, we have. Aldrich already went. So everyone went. Okay. So
yes.
it feels like Aldrich is probably the closest to it.
I'm the closest.
Yeah.
It feels like
Oh,
it
no.
because of your turn undead. But I'm asking. I know Thorn's kind of taken a position of protection as well.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
who amongst you is closest to it? And I know you're all in a bit of a guarded stance, but who is closest to this creature?
I think I'm the closest to it because I poured the...
Yes, because he was pouring the
Okay, so
holy
you're
water.
still there.
Holy water, yeah.
Okay. All right. This creature is going to turn towards you and grab you. Let's see if he can hit you. Okay. All right. So needs to hit you. Which armor class, sir?
Haleth, what's your armor class?
Armor class 4.
4. All righty. So he needs. He needs an 8 or more to hit you on a d20, and no rolls are going to be secret here. So here we go. 8 or more. 18. So lightning fast from barely moving and just reforming. This very long, sinewy arm grabs you and wraps these long talon-like fingers around your neck. I need you to make a saving throw. The saving throw is going to be against paralyzation and petrification. And
D20.
yeah, D20, and you're going to need so many windows here. Okay, you are a 3rd level cleric, right? Okay, you need
Level 2.
level 2. Okay, you need a 13 or more on a D20. You can feel your body. Did you get hit by that scorpion earlier too?
No.
So you feel your body.
The heroic Shandor did.
You feel like a complete numbness starting to crawl over your body, and
No.
and so let's find out if you can resist it.
Mm.
No.
No,
Nope.
you do not. So you're also going to take some damage as you are paralyzed but feel everything. You take 2d6 damage from the crushing talons, quite substantial strength from this creature. So 2d6. Where's that? Okay, you take 7 points of damage, and you are paralyzed. You are aware of everything around you, but you cannot move. Now we're going to go into initiative.
Okay.
So we're going to start with which we've done off screen before. So first we're going to have Aldrich, the paladin.
Aldrich. It's got Haleth in its clutches. What do you do?
And it has picked Aldrich up. He's about a foot and a half off the floor now.
A foot and a half on the floor. Okay. So okay, who has the crown?
It's still on the floor.
Yeah,
Oh, it's on the floor?
Slapped it off of Thorn's hands.
Okay, so I don't know. Grab the crown. I think we cannot do anything about it. So grab the crown and try to offer it to the creature.
Very nice. Okay. He can't go yet, but I guess let's go ahead and do this. I think it's good to kind of have the results of it. So it's holding up Brother Haleth, and you offer up the crown, and it does. It seems like very few things gets its attention, but a few of you guys have in different ways. And in this case, it turns towards you and extends its other hand out for you to hand it the crown.
Okay.
All right, it's 50-50. We can die or we can be saved.
Are you going to place it in his hands?
Yes.
Okay. So he drops Haleth with a thud and places
And
the
it
crown.
kills everyone.
And there's a surge of energy as it arcs its back, and a black rays kind of shoot out of its eyes, and you can see his body start to form more. It's still not quite complete, but you can tell now it is a very tall human, very old. Again, darkened skin, and its talons turn more just like long fingernails. And it's standing before you, obviously nude, but it is it still emanates quite a bit of power, probably more so than before. Let's go to the next person. So we have Roderick.
Okay. It looks like it's gathering its power. Is it still forming from the pot itself?
It's still standing in the pot, kind of keeping balance, because the pot's big but not that big. So its legs are pretty close together.
Okay. Let me think. How far is everybody else? Is everybody shoot.
People are fairly close. Kark said he's next to you, so how far
Okay.
you are?
If I try to cast fireball at the pot, will it cause damage to anybody else?
So fireball in probably similar in any version of D&D. It's big, and a fireball would fill up the entire room you're in.
That's still not viable.
We're all being fried.
Yeah,
Roderick, look like the creature knows you.
yeah, it does. All right. And
Maybe an old boyfriend.
Okay. I guess I try to communicate with it once again, because if I show hostility towards it, then it's gonna go all out. Let's see. I say something along the lines of, "What is it that you want from us?"
Okay. it again turns to you. Your soul. It says, and the voice cuts into all of your hearts. It seems to be communicating both telepathically and through its voice. And its voice.
Okay, guys, that's it.
As if it has.
Nice knowing you.
Sorry, no deal. That's it. Time to go all out.
Okay, what would you like to do, Roderick? I'll still allow you in action.
Oh, okay. Fine. Magic missile.
Take it the balls.
You're on that.
Can we just offer him? Can we just
Guys,
offer
it's exposed. It's exposed. Unlike the squid is exposed.
Right.
Take it.
That's my strike of last resort. Okay.
Let's not wait till the last resort. Take
Fine.
it. It's right in front of us.
Magic missile and its balls. Okay.
Damn it.
Go for it. Okay, so roll 2d4, add 2 because at your level you can cast it. You're just using the spell, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2, 3 plus 2, 5.
Okay, and I'm going to allow you to add 2 more points because you aimed at his genitals.
Yes.
As
per card advice, okay.
Yeah,
I'm starting to wonder about Roderick, but go on.
There's an obvious reaction, and you certainly did some damage to it. There's basically a burn mark in his crotch now. But he does not seem deterred, but definitely damaged. But definitely damaged.
Okay.
Okay.
He probably
so next,
likes it.
He likes it. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Okay. So now Thorn. Sorry.
Thorn. Yes. All right, Thorn. What's your
I'm
action?
worried about this dwarf. I'm
So
always worried.
I'm still on a I'm still on a defensive stance, and
Stay in a defensive
yes,
stance.
This creature is within attacking range, so I try to slash him with my slash it with my battle axe.
Yeah. Is his battle axe plus 2 magical?
It is very magical.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so
Alright.
you need an armor class of 2, which at your level would require a 16 to hit. What let me see what plus do you have here for Thorn? Got your character up. You get a total plus 2. So instead of a 16 to hit, you need a plus 2. To be this difficult to hit, you see he moves out of that pot very quickly, reacting almost like the wind. He's very, very fast in how he moves. And so that's why he's so difficult to hit. So you need instead of a 16, you need a 14 because you're a magical axe. D20.
You agile son of a bitch. So roll d20.
It's always.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh,
It's a roller coaster with this dwarf.
I don't see it. What did you get?
The 3.
A tree.
Okay. All right. So you there's chaos. This thing's terrifying, and you swing without a lot of technique and aim, just hoping to slash out, and you miss wildly. Okay. So next we have
Swinging
Kirk.
around, trying to attack it, didn't even hit. I'm actually seeing that the dwarf didn't even had a chance to hit. I actually want to strike my long sword towards the jar. Towards the cauldron itself. See what happens.
Okay. So you're attacking the creature, right?
The pot, the cauldron.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
the pot
you're
itself.
you're trying to hit the pot.
Yeah,
Okay.
with my long
Alrighty.
sword that has an electric.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to allow you just to go ahead and automatically hit it. Go
Okay.
ahead and roll a D8 and a D4. You're going to add a
D8
total
and a D4.
of you're gonna a total of plus 1 and plus 2. So you add plus 3. So D8 and a D4 and add 3.
D8 and a D4. Okay,
Yeah.
hold on for a second. Apparently, my browser accidentally closed. Give me a second.
No problem. Luckily, we're not live.
Okay, good. We are. Give me a second here. So I'm gonna roll which one again?
You can roll a D8 and a D4. D8's for your sword, D4's for the electrical damage, and then you're gonna add 4 points of
Okay.
damage on top of that.
Gotcha. So 1d8.
All right.
And
Why do you
1d4.
get all the good rolls?
I
don't.
know.
It's a 7 and a 1.
And a
Okay, so
1.
that's
Okay.
8 plus 3, so it's 11 points of damage. So you strike this pot, which is old, which has bounced around from both some earthquakes and the recent kind of explosion of this creature coming out, and you're able to shatter it. There's electrical sparks that connect to the bits of bronze as they fly out. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have any effect on the creature itself.
Ah, nuts. I
Mhm.
guess I was wrong.
Damn.
Okay, and now, Brother Haleth, you cannot move. You are paralyzed, and I'm sorry, this is always an unfortunate part of D&D sometimes, but you are laying there paralyzed. You're aware of everything around you,
Yes.
and so you just got to kind of pass your turn.
So
okay,
Hallett
so-
is stiff in more
Yes.
ways than one. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And
Now he knows how Shander feels.
Okay.
so the creature goes now, and he steps towards Roderick
Oh no.
and
Yikes.
looks down at you, and his eyes go black, and yours start to go black. Let's see if you can resist it yourself.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh,
Resist.
wow.
So you need a saving throw.
Saving throw versus.
Luckily for you, it's spells, which is best for a wizard. You're going to need let's see here. Okay, so you're level 3, right?
Good pairing.
Yes. Wait. Let me check. Yes. 3.
Okay, so you only need a 12, and your wisdom won't help you, so you need a 12 or more.
Wisdom is a 13, so I don't get any bonuses.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just a D20 for me.
Yep, you need 12. It's a very important roll right here, guys.
Oh my god.
And you
I
can,
told you
and
guys.
you guys can see as Roderick's eyes turn black,
Mhm.
and
Oh no.
and
Bluetooth pairing.
and he stands there
Connected.
stoically. Now, at the same time, there must be something connected. Brother Haleth, you kind of jolt to back into control of your body.
Mhm.
It seems like
Oh,
whatever this is
no.
requires some kind of concentration by the creature. But Roderick is now dominated, and he's standing above you in this pretty small room. It wouldn't take too much effort for him to walk across the room and grab or otherwise attack any of you guys. You sense an immense amount of power from this creature. Not that he's invincible, but you can sense that this guy is terrible.
Mhm.
And it is now back to the top of the round. It's going to
Mhm.
be Eldrick.
All right. Oh, okay. I feel helpless right now. It's like, fighting Sauron on level 3.
And the thing about it is, he has control over me now, so he's transmitted.
That's why I told you guys, someone stab him. So, okay, I turn to the guys and say, I'm sorry, guys. I thought two evils will destroy each other. So, what I do, I draw my sword and try to knock off the crown.
That action.
Okay. All right, nice. Okay, so I'm going to make it the same as his regular armor class, because he doesn't expect you to do it. Otherwise, it would be harder. And so his armor class is 2. I think you have a magic sword of some sort.
Yeah, so-
some kind of bonus.
Oh, wait, no, I don't have just a 200 sword. That's it.
Okay, it's not a
Plus
magic
one.
guys sword.
No.
But that's good because 200 sword is probably what you would need to hit something 7 feet off the ground. And so you do make your attack. You're going to need 18 plus your strength. I believe your guy's pretty pretty pumped up. He goes to the gym.
Okay.
Let's see his.
He works out.
Where's our boy here? Here he is. You have a 16 strength. Okay. Oh no, yeah. So your 200 sword is a +1. So you get a +1 to hit, and so you're going to need, instead of 16, you're going to need a 15 to hit that crowd.
Okay.
Please.
Oh wait, do I roll what dice?
D20.
D20 again. Sorry. D20.
D20. Okay. 17.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. All right. So I'm
Why
not gonna
don't I
have-
get those rolls?
I'm not going to make you roll another additional. Okay. You are able to dislodge it off
Okay.
his head, and it bangs off the wall with a clatter.
Mm.
Does kind of react, and you can see that it did affect him a little bit because he was still reforming
Mm.
as all this is happening, and it seems to kind of stopped that reforming.
Okay.
And so now he's again distracted. You guys are going to do a good job of distracting him, and so and it looks at you with a sneer, but his eyes are still black, which are like Roderick's right now.
Mm. Okay.
Okay.
And speaking of who's next, is now Roderick's turn.
Uh,
And
Oh no. It's gonna get
Is
Fine.
Roderick still? Is Roderick still in the
Affect our
effect of the spell?
yes, and he
Okay.
says, "Kill that one." Looking at Aldrich.
mm.
And Roderick, you
How
are
convenient.
targeted, so do whatever you think your character would do if you did kill
Saw
someone.
for your balls, dude.
It's a
Pick your
question,
own balls.
it's a question of how much of Roderick, how much is Roderick in control of his actions?
He's not. You, in your mind right now, he's your ally. He's your master. Everything you do is for a good cause.
Yeah.
That this is the
Mhm.
right thing to do, and there's no hesitation.
All right.
All right. He's more like the Lich King, not Sauron.
Mhm. Yeah, I guess so. Let's see. What do I have on hand? I guess his having commanded me to kill that one. It's really not much I can do except to
Obey.
yes, use my other magic missile against Aldrich then.
Oh,
He's being merciful.
Okay, so roll 2d4 plus 2,
2d4 plus 2.
unless you want to aim for his testicles too.
Just in this general direction. No.
I told you. Guard your freaking balls,
Six.
Aldrich.
Oh wow! Okay, so 8 points
Okay.
of damage. So two bolts of energy fly from Roderick's hands. His eyes blackened, completely emotionless, and they strike you right in the chest. If not for your armor, it probably would have gone right through you.
Mhm.
And you stagger back, taking 8 points of damage.
okay.
Sorry about that, Aldrich. I'm not in control of my actions, and that was a waste of the magic missile I could have used against this thing.
And
but yeah,
it's fairly clear
I
that
still live.
with two of you guys, two of them opposing you now, that you may be outclassed. This may not be a battle that you can win. You can try, but it's pretty terrifying. And so it is now Thorn's turn.
Thorn.
Let's do something cool, man. After our balls.
So where is the crown right now? The one that I
In the
Yeah.
floor.
on the floor.
It's near one of the walls. It's probably about 10 feet away. The whole room is only about 25 in diameter.
Let's see. Is there a way that we could wear the crown over Roderick's head?
You want to grab the crown and put it on Roderick?
Sounds like it. Yeah, sounds like that's a Thorn's action.
Okay. So you go over and you grab it. You're going to have to hit his armor class to place it on because he is resistant. He sees you as an enemy. And so Roderick's armor class, I think it's decent.
I have armor class 7.
7. Okay, not that decent. Okay. So you need Let's see. It's
Why did you just put it on your head? It's much easier.
See, this is what character? This is Thorn, right? So
Yeah.
Thorn, your dex, your strength bonus. Where are you, Thorn? Here we go. No bonus. So it's a flat roll. You only need an 11 or more to try and put that crown on his head.
Go Thorn.
Please give me a good roll.
Wow, that's an
Roderick.
improvement at least.
Yeah. So Roderick is able to jump back, and you try to commit so much to it that it just falls and clatters to the floor in between you both.
Mm.
It is now Kirk's turn.
Okay. Seeing what happened to the dwarf, I also decided to do the same.
Oh,
And try to put the crown into Roderick's head.
Okay. So you pick it up, and you also try and slam it under his head. Okay.
Mhm.
And you need you have a +1, so you need a 10 or more on a d20.
D20. Okay. So
Oh,
Even worse.
you pick it up.
Critical
and
fail. Okay.
You go for Roderick, who ducks, and then you accidentally put it on Thorn's head. Fortunately, nothing happens, but it looks ridiculous.
Okay.
damn it, dwarf! Get out of the way!
I believe we're now at Haleth's turn. Who is?
Aleph, okay.
You can now do something, sir. is that the royal way?
He's doing the pageant. Cursed dwarf. I knew it. I always knew it.
All right.
That's unexpected.
All right. So at this stage, the creature is not really much of a threat at the moment. It's not hostile towards us. The biggest threat right now would be Roderick at the moment.
Mhm.
I'd be casting Hold Person onto Roderick.
Very nice. Okay, so you can cast Hold Person, and are you an elf, Roderick? I forget. No, you're not. You have a beard. Are you a half elf or a human?
What am I? Gotcha. Half elf cleric.
Okay, so you are actually. Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. So it doesn't affect Hold Person. Okay, so you need a 12 or more to resist it, Roderick.
Holy shit. Here we go.
D20.
Boom.
Oh my.
Oh.
Nothing.
All right. So, wait, who just rolled?
No, it should be Roderick.
Roderick's
Not
Roderick.
not Haleth.
Oh wait.
Roderick.
I should be rolling. Okay.
Yeah, it's a save and throw. It's a save. and
Okay. D20.
throw. Yes. You need a 12 or more to resist it.
Okay.
Wow. Definitely didn't resist it. Okay.
No.
So,
Not another critical hit.
yeah.
You
So,
know, these dice are cursed.
Critical
Okay.
miss.
so Roderick, moving quite aggressively. He's normally doesn't move like that to avoid the crown and you guys all kind of assaulting him at once. And he turns and then he just freezes in place, completely frozen.
Noise.
Okay.
And so he is
He
now
returned the
held.
favor.
He is held.
Mm.
Okay. And so now it's the creature's turn. And the creature is going to reach down and grab the crown
Ah, nuts.
and puts it back on his head. And then his arms rise up and the whole room starts to shake.
Mhm.
And there's some sand that seems to find its way into from outside, from cracks in the wall. It's kind of starting to kind of fill the place. Not so much so, but enough that you can tell he's casting some kind of bigger spell. And lastly, the sand, as it's coming in, you can see some blackness to it. It's a dark sand. And his head's tilted back. He's ignoring everybody right now, casting it. And Roderick's kind of in place next to him, right with his controlled state. So it's kind of open. If you guys want to keep attacking it, and you can certainly do that. You'll just go by initiative, or you can take action as a group. So I will tell you that he's casting this spell, and he seems to not be mining Roderick as much. If that helps you. What would you guys like to do?
I'm double held basically because I'm under the under this thing spell, and I have
Yes.
I have whole person on me. So
Yes. They should tie you up too and put you in a box.
I know.
Does the creature is it vulnerable while it's casting?
It's hard to tell, but it's certainly not minding you.
Might as well knock off the crown again.
Okay.
And
so
someone,
Yeah. So this time he is aware that you're going for the crown, and so we're going to get a -3 to hit. And he does react. He turns, and now he's forced to react because you're assaulting him again. But he turns and he's still waving his arms and bringing the energies into the room and the sand and causing the whole room to shake. So you can still hit him though. So you need normally, I think I said it was a 14 with your magic. Oh wait, was it a 14 or what was it before? Let's see. It was normally a 16, and so now it's a -3. So you need a 19 or 20 to hit because he's tall and he's trying to avoid it.
No, okay. Do I roll D100?
D20. That would be nice.
Okay, so rolling D20. Oh no,
Nice.
Almost. So you do manage to make contact with it. There's a clink, a spark with your magic two-handed sword, but it doesn't knock it off his head.
yeah.
Okay, Thorn.
Knowing that I won't be rolling any good rolls. Let's see. Maybe just do the same thing. Anyways, I don't have any options. No. So just attack the crown.
You cannot reach it.
I cannot reach it.
Short dwarf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I forgot.
You're 1 feet short.
Wait, I have a.
Your mic is off, I think.
I think I have a sling that I could hurl.
Okay, knock it off the sling.
God, that
Okay.
sling again.
All right, yeah, that's fair enough.
If that thing hits me, I swear to God, Thorn.
So you have it. It makes sense that you would have the sling on your hip, and it's no matter to pull out a stone or bullet out of your. I love these props. You guys are rocking. Out of a pouch
Slingshot
that's easily
breaks me.
accessible. So I will allow you to do that this round. So go ahead and attack. You need a 16. Let's see what your dex is. A dex would actually give you a bonus. Your dexterity is only a 13. Okay, so you need a so because of the chaos, he avoided the sword, but a slingshot against it wasn't necessarily what he's going to be dodging. So a normal attack. So you need a 16 or more on a d20 with your sling stone.
Okay, let's roll that.
Yeah, so it's quite errant. And now we're at Hollis.
Right. So I'd be looking at the currently petrified Roderick. I'd be using my rope to tie him up, just to be sure to bind him further, not to cause any harm on our party or by himself.
So you were literally, like I said, we're going to wrap him up and stick him in a box later. Okay, so you pull out rope, and now you're tying him. You pull the arms that are kind of outstretched down, and wrap him up. So that would be this round. And he's basically, I'll consider him lying down at this point. Okay,
Guys,
and now,
guys, be ready to vamoose and drag that the freaking wizard out of here.
okay, and now you can feel the whipping energy of all the sand is starting to fill the room, as if he's casting some bigger spell that would affect all of you guys in the room. Probably just through the sheer force and speed of all of these particles. So the place has become very unsafe to be. So you probably have one more round until you start taking damage. As this stuff starts to hit your armor, you cover it up with your cloak, you shield your face, but this place is starting to become kind of a sandstorm within this room. And so I'm going to go to the top of the room, start the order, which is Aldrich.
I use my shovel and dig my own grave.
Need just stand. We're anyway.
Okay. So I will try to so the creature can actually move and do other things while casting the spell, right?
At least defensively, yeah.
Okay, and and he's not vulnerable as like when someone is casting a spell, like you can attack it and then it get hit, like.
Right. Yeah. So you don't know if you hit him if you could disrupt the spell, but he's not immobile.
Okay.
Right? So he still has his armor class, so he can still avoid attacks.
All right. So
think of like Scarlet Witch in the MCU, where she casts her spell,
Right.
kind of moving around.
Right. And that's really hard, yeah, because she can still do something else while doing it. Okay, so I would try to knock off the crown again. I think something would happen. We will have a better chance to live or survive this one.
Okay, so go ahead and attack it again. You need, I believe you said 19.
Yeah. So
19
or 20, 19 or above, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm the only person that's been attacked, right? With the damage.
Oh, by the way, sorry, you get a +1 because you're trying to sword. So you, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yes.
Okay. Oh, if I have a +1, I could have hit him last time.
You could have. Okay, so okay. So let's go back because I don't want to take away that happened. Thank you.
No. So no, it's fine. We can go forward.
No,
Fine.
that's fine. The crown is off his head. He's still casting the spell. Okay. So that's where you are.
Basically nothing.
Yeah. So he's still can.
Okay.
Again, he reforms.
Right.
It's on him, but he's already reformed to a certain state, and so it's not degrading him or stopping the spell.
Okay.
So it does have an effect. He needs it obviously to form more.
Okay.
But that's where you are. So now it's your turn, and the helmet, this crown is actually off the head.
Okay, so I grab the crown, put it, untie Roderick, and then put the crown on his head.
You're gonna untie Roderick?
Yes. Put the crown first.
Okay.
And then, I would untie him.
Okay. So you put the crown on his head, and you have to kind of hold it because he's laying kind of prone. He's also frozen. And nothing happens.
What? All for nothing.
All right.
And that'll be your turn. So
That
now
was
we're at Roderick can't do anything. Thorn.
Yeah. Now.
Okay. Might have it. Okay. Whose turn is it? Still my turn or?
No.
Thorn's turn.
Oh, is it Thorn? Oh, okay, Thorn.
Is immobile. Who goes next?
Thorn.
Thorn. Okay, Thorn. It's up to you. It's up to you, buddy.
So placing the crown
Didn't do anything.
doesn't do anything.
It's apparent at this point that it needs it to regenerate its form, but because it's already regenerated to a point, it looks like at least now it's possible that if it doesn't have a crown for a long time, something will happen. You don't know, but it's not affecting it right now. It's still casting the spell, which again, you're probably going to take damage next round, just so you know.
When Aldrich first struck the crown, did it cause him to flinch, or did it show that he was concerned over it?
Yes, it
I
looked
would say annoyed.
Annoyed. Okay.
Yeah, it looked like the crown is useless right now. Because
Okay. All right, Thorin, it's up to you, boo. It's up to you, buddy. You know, one moment I'm racist against dwarf, and the next moment he's buddy.
I know. What's up with
You
that?
double.
I know. Hey, it's D&D. That's how we roll.
He's like, I'm not prejudiced against dwarves. All my best friends are dwarves.
Yeah, exactly.
So might as well just do an attack, since it's the only option that I have.
Okay.
And
Okay, go ahead. So you need you have +2 axe. You need a 14 or more to hit that sucker with your +2 axe. D20.
please give me a much decent roll this time. Oh God.
Getting better at least.
Close. Yep, close, but no cigar. Okay, yeah. So you do manage to just barely slice his abdomen, but it kind of pulls back because it's just a slice that really is inconsequential in its actual damage. You don't see real blood that comes from it. This thing is obviously being held together by magics at this point.
You know what I'm doing right now? It's like I'm frying a piece of fish, then to protect myself from the oil or something.
Okay, now we are at Kark.
Okay, considering that there's no damage, and then Roderick is immobile, I'm going to enforce the tying that Brother Haley did, and then I'm also going to use my rope to make sure that there's 2 ropes in order for us to drag him out, and tell everybody that once I fasten this out, everybody, and I mean everybody, get the hell out of this room, because no matter what happens, this guy's gonna continue manifesting. It's better to fight it in a much more wider area, should we ever have to fight it. So I try to Roderick again, and this time I added my rope to make sure that there's 2 ropes to fasten him and drag him quickly. And I told Thorn. I told Thorn to hold the other rope as I tie Roderick.
Okay. And then all that happens, and you are now at Haleth.
What was that? What happened?
Haleth is next. Yeah, it worked. I mean, you have.
Oh,
Yeah,
now it's
Mm,
your
okay.
turn.
Next is Haleth. Okay, Haleth, what do you do?
All right. So I think it's a smart idea for us to get the hell out of here. Nothing that we have right now can harm the creature anyway. Nothing we'll do will suffice. We think that if we defeat the creature, then it will lose its hold onto Roderick. But it's moot at this point. We are ill prepared for all of this. So I'll try to grab Roderick and start running away from this place.
Okay, you can find yourself on the outcropping outside of the main entrance, because it's only a matter of really about 30 feet, because this top of this spire is not that big, and you have Roderick in your arms. You can see outside that there are many of those Neanderthal people that are gathered around. They seem panicked. They can see because you could, even from where you are, the spire is kind of shaking and there's some energy coming from it, and you can see sand pulling up from deep far beneath you and coming up into your area. So it's obviously something's happening, and they all seem very panicked. There's probably a good 2 or 3 dozen of them, but they're at a bit of a distance, kind of shaking their spears superstitiously and in fear. And that is your turn. So everybody now, the spell is going to take effect. Everybody who's in that room with him is going to take 2d4 damage from the whipping of the sands. So let's go first with so we're going to go in order. It's going to be Kark, Thorn, and Aldrich. Okay, so Kark takes 8. Wow, maximum damage. Thorn takes 6 points of damage, and Aldrich takes 8 points of damage. So the fury of this wizard that you're fighting seems to be in full effect, because the sand is tearing into you like a million tiny daggers, and it's still going, and it's holding its arms out, and that's its turn. So let's go to Aldrich's turn.
Okay, so we're outside now, right?
You are not. Only
Oh,
Haleth and Roderick are out.
Okay, I'm still out inside.
Yeah, because the last turn you put the crown on top of Roderick.
Right. So same thing. I'm gonna be running outside with the group. Can I still cast a lay of hands on myself?
I will allow that because it's more of an action than a spell. So you
Okay.
can, I think it's up to 6 hit points, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you touch yourself and you feel better. 6 hit points.
That can be interpreted so many ways.
So wrong.
Oh,
So
yeah.
wrong.
All right.
Somehow
Anyway.
it fits his character.
What kind
so
of paladin is this?
Well,
Again,
at least someone is feeling better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thorn, you're next.
So I'm going to follow suit while maybe doing some defensive stance to protect them.
Okay. And you go out to the ledge as well?
Yes.
Kark.
I worry that Aldrich.
Um,
I worry that Aldrich's deity is the god of pleasure or something. You know.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ew.
The goddess is divine.
I don't think God. Since I was already tying off Roderick's body, I decided to grab one of the ropes and then ask Thorn to also grab it and make sure that we're gonna go and exit the area.
Yes, and while we do that, as we dwarfens do, let's sing the hi-ho song.
Yeah, my God.
Hi-ho
So,
for
so,
motivation.
Okay. So you are now all
Comment in your
out of-
head, please.
You are now out of the cave, and so I'm going to allow you folks to kind of decide what you're going to do now. The spell's to whipping up inside for at least another round, and so that gives you a round to kind of exit. And so I want to know in what order you're going down. Luckily, you have a series of ropes and pentons stuck into the spire base, so you can get down. But if you want to go with speed, then there will be a roll involved. So I guess first question is anyone going to go slowly, which would be basically no risk? Everyone wants to go at least faster to get out, right? Okay. So who's going to go in what order? And when whoever has Roderick is going to have to make an additional roll for him.
So in my case, I'm still tied up. I'm still immobile. I'm still under the spell.
Yes.
Yeah, and I wish I wasn't, so I could just tell whatever that is inside there to eat fireball. Since everybody's out. But
Right, it'd be perfect time to do it. That'd be the perfect time to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully
So.
you'll have another chance, sir.
Okay. All right. Who goes first?
Yeah.
Albert.
So who wants to go down first? And so you guys. Tell
Okay.
me, I
Do
need
you
to know
go
the
rope
order
or do
you're
you
going.
jump?
Yeah. Please let me know the order you're going in.
Okay. I would rather light the hemp rope and then enjoy it, but
Damn it.
also
Most questionable paladin ever.
I use the rope.
Okay. Use the rope. Okay.
So Aldrich's going to go down first.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So you have to make only one roll. The challenge, if you recall from last time, is the spire goes up, but then it kind of does this weird angle up, which required you to swing. So you're going to have to do one swing, and then the rest of the way down, I'm really not going to make you roll because you're not under physical duress. You're just trying to go fast. So you have to roll 3d6 under your dexterity, and so it's not going to be easy for everybody. And it's if you want to take a little more time, you can do it, which will be a 4d6, which is a 2d6, which is almost assuredly going to work for most people, but it's up to you. So 3d6 if you're trying to escape quickly. Yes?
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, because it's a matter of time.
Okay, so Aldrich, your dexterity. Yeah, you got 3d6.
Yep.
Your dexterity is 12.
Yes.
11. Okay.
11.
So, yeah, it's close. You swing to the end. You manage to grab on to one of the pintons and the other rope, and you're down. Okay, so you're going to be on your way down next.
Sweet.
You start going down. Who is going to be next?
I can
I'm
go
going to try
next.
to go next.
The luckiest one, Thorn.
Who's going? Thorn?
I can go
Okay,
next.
I get
Okay, 3d6 Thorn.
Let
Thorn. Thorn, do you still got the magic boots, lad?
Yeah, I
Does.
still have the.
It's gonna go up.
I was about to ask for that and borrow it actually.
Yeah, but what does that do? Just
You can go
go
straight-
up, float,
You go
right?
straight up
It goes
or
up and
straight
down.
down. You can go
Never
straight
never
down.
sideways, it's just up and down.
Yeah.
Like an elevator.
Okay, then I'll just use the boots of levitation that I have on my pack.
Okay,
What a
are you?
show off.
You can bear the weight of one more person if you want.
Oh, nice.
Carry one person
Pick
down.
wisely, dwarf. Pick wisely.
Hey, buddy. Remember how I was nice to you?
Hashtag Shandor. Hashtag Justice for Shandor.
The logical.
Disregard all of the dwarf shaming that has
I
happened.
know.
You fools!
Well, the logical person would be Roderick because he cannot swing down by himself.
Yes, I'll go with. I'll bring Roderick.
Carry
down.
Roderick. Yeah,
Okay,
carry Roderick.
yeah.
That's the
Okay,
smartest thing.
perfect. So you have him. Boom, and you just lowering yourself down. Okay, so you're on your way down.
Just imagine
Uh,
Roderick's frozen body, like all like this, and, like levitating downwards, and you never really even see that dwarf. Yeah.
We have Kark and Holith next. Who's going to be the fourth and fifth to go down?
All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Try to jump it.
Okay, so 3d6 under your dexterity.
86. Okay.
If you have been so good to me,
A 6.
You die.
You made it. All right, very
Well,
nice.
you made it.
Okay, piece of cake. You go down. Okay,
with
brother,
finesse.
brother Haleth.
Yeah.
It's a 6.
Hold on. Don't roll yet.
All right. So
Don't roll yet, brother Haleth.
all right. So
Um,
it's me, right? Okay.
No, so can you hear me?
Not yet.
Yep.
Not yet.
Yeah. So,
hang on.
brother Haleth, you're about to go down, but as you start to swing, suddenly from over the edge of the ledge, that same long, sinewy arm reaches out and tries to grab you. So it's going to be 8 or more to hit you. This is important, obviously. 6 misses you. So reaches and pulls and ends up grabbing at your cloak, tears your cloak off, but you're able to try and swing away. So go ahead and make your swing.
All right. I'm
Three
rolling
d6, 3d6 under your dexterity. Your dexterity is 12.
3d6.
Yeah, 12 or less on 3d6.
3d6. I got a 12.
You
Ooh,
just
nice.
made it. So in a
All
panic,
right. So at this point, I put my middle finger on the creature. Say, swing away.
This is the
Wait,
problem.
wait.
This is always
All
the
right.
problem. He's just like, look at me.
Excellent.
It's not like
Okay.
Homer Simpson.
All right. So
Yeah, on the quicksand.
you all managed to get down. Thorn and Roderick are down. Roderick is still under the effects of hold, and his eyes are still blackened. And
Kali, mga taksin eh, Kali.
you can see all around you, but at a distance, fearfully, these creatures have their spears, and they're looking at you. There's a clear path to kind of exit. Granted, you don't have camels, but you have a way out into the desert at least if you want, or something else. But you're all there. You're surrounded by these guys. You can see the towering figure of that wizard standing above, looking down at you.
Nuts. So it's a wizard after all.
At this point, with all these spells, yeah, I'd imagine you see it's some kind of wizard.
Yeah, it's like,
We find our way out.
We haven't tried slapping Roderick. Maybe that will work.
Slap in the nuts.
I was actually planning to kick him
That's
in the
my
nuts,
move.
but
Okay.
So
What-
let's start
what's the
with
strongest?
Kark. Well, actually, let's do this because there's a group of you. What do you want to do as a group? And as a note, that wizard, sorcerer, or whatever that creature is at the top, is again casting some kind of spell. Okay, so a spell's underway. And what do you guys do? Those of you that are not,
Aldrich, you've already mentioned that you want to try that. You might as well try slapping Roderick away.
No,
No?
no. If the group will accept this, can we talk to the people there or the creatures that have spears? Maybe they have some information.
yeah, you need Brother Holith. But yes, you can
Yes.
try that.
Yes.
Okay, Brother Holith.
All right. I'll be using my helm again of comprehending languages and ask the people, do you know any ways to subdue the creature above us?
And so the one of them, most of them are looking up. Most of them are fearfully with their spears, and one of them turns to you. It is kind of language, right? But then he looks up and he says,
show me the way.
"He says you've unleashed it. The stories were true. You've unleashed it. We are doomed."
Mhm.
So they don't seem to have any idea.
Okay.
Does someone remember the riddle or the inscription? Did someone remember that? Maybe there's something there.
Something about necromancy.
So there's
Yeah.
two things. There was the picture of that wizard being impaled by many spears, which they have spears, and then there was what I read to you earlier, which is find here for you.
Think about don't touch any of the evil things, and
yeah, all the things you did. So it
I
said
blame Thorn.
it said beyond lies the blight of the sands, Vaj Kaz, necromancer and sorcerer, slain at great sacrifice by the Kelton people. Do not be tempted by the evil trinkets within. You will bring ruin upon yourselves and upon all who still walk this world.
Yeah, there's something about the trinket earlier, right?
It said don't
Don't
Touch it. Don't touch it.
In
I
which
blame
case,
Thorn.
the crown could be considered one of those trinkets. Yeah.
and something about a sacrifice. Slain as a great sacrifice by the people. Is that right?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. All right,
Let's
guys.
give them Roderick.
Get out of this, and it's up to you guys to try to figure it out because I can't do it.
So I'll give you one more beat for Kark and Thorn, what you want to do, and then something else will happen.
Mm-hmm. You guys talk to each other. What do you want to do?
This is most of the time where Thorn's comedic reaction tends to save us. So let's try Thorn.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
Last episode was Roderick. Maybe this time I'm gonna put my fate on the dwarf. So what do you think?
Okay.
Okay. Thorn, anything?
Since we can't reach it, we can't reach the wizard because we're already down.
Are you gonna try to touch the wizard?
Now we're already at the bottom of the
Bottom.
tower.
And
We're
I
way
don't
too
think
far.
the sling will do any good. And
That
Do you want some hemp from me?
do the creatures around us show like they have anything particularly significant about them, like their clothing or their spears or their weapons?
They're nude. Their spears look to be pretty normal.
Mm-hmm.
The tips are bronze.
Bronze, right.
but rudimentary bronze. So obviously they have some kind of smelting technology.
Okay. All right, guys. We encountered bronze spears. We encountered a bronze door. There must be something to this. Wait a minute. I can't say
They're
that.
bronze.
So yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
Right.
Interact, because I know when you're
cast thy spear on Moby.
However, your state is about to change, Roderick.
Okay.
So this with a degree of hesitation by Kark and Thorn as a group, cast another spell, and from the ground all around you, there's this kind of black hue that kind of rises up from the ground, and at the same time, Roderick, your eyes go normal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You're back. You're now only paralyzed. But I'm going to truncate this a little bit and say that the spell starts to wear off.
Okay.
So now you're just tied up. Okay.
All right.
Now, as he does that though, not on you. It's clearly as it's rising off the ground because you're surrounded left and right by these Keltons, these Neanderthals, comes up, and all of them who are screaming, yelling, they all like start to slow down and they stop and they kind of rock back and they all have black eyes now.
Oh no. Okay.
And it is your turn.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
Untie me, you fools.
Okay, yeah. So he's
Oh,
awake. It says, "Untie me."
Sorry.
Okay. So this is not a battle, so we're not running turn based. It's every movement is either a group movement or individual. Okay. All right. I am untied. I notice the bronze spears. I notice everybody, all the creatures around us, looking like they are in the same spell, but it looks like the wizard thingy upstairs can only manage to cast one concentration of that one spell at a time. So it either is me or somebody else. Okay, let's think. And of course, let's see. About the only thing that I was thinking of doing was a rousing speech towards the creatures to use their bronze spears against the thing, pluck up their courage because their ancestors were able to do that, but that is not possible right now because they are all under enchantment. Let's see. Fine. Fireball the damn thing.
I love it. I saw that coming. I saw
Yeah.
that build up, baby. Okay. So you turn and you cast. You want to describe how you cast the spell, and you're gonna shoot it right up at the ledge where you
Yes,
stand. Right?
exactly.
Okay.
I wave my arms in arcane manners, utter magical words and rudimentary grunts, and I aim towards the tower where the wizard is, and cast my most powerful spell, Fireball.
All right.
Oh my God,
Hadouken.
Hadouken, yeah, there you go. That's a magic word. Okay.
All right. So
Eastern
and you are using a wand, right?
Yes.
You have a wand, fireball. So roll 5d6 damage,
5d6. Let's do this.
and he gets a save and throw for half damage. 22.
Oh,
An enormous
22.
explosion on that cliff.
Wow, that's
Effective.
Okay, so here's a very important.
Hadouken hits.
Yeah, so make a saving throw. He needs. Second. Okay. Needs an 11 or more, so 50% chance to take half damage.
Mm.
Okay, so if it's 22, that's quite a bit for him. Here we go. Oh, a full blast. A full
Nice.
blast.
Ace.
And
Shinku Hadouken.
I'm going to go ahead and extend this a little bit because things happen. I'm going to give him a dexterity saving throw, or otherwise he's going to fall off this cliff.
Okay.
And so it's pretty easy for him. But go. Let's roll the dice. Okay, so he has an incredible dexterity of 20, but he's going to be rolling 5d6. So there's a
5d6.
chance.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's on the cliff. He did massive damage. He did not make his saving throw.
Mm.
Feels appropriate. So 5d6, I need to roll a 20 or less. And so with 5d6, of course, I can roll as high as 30.
Yes.
So here we go. I need a 20 or less. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
13.
Yeah. So he is knocked back out of sight, but you don't see him fall off the edge.
Okay.
The creatures are still controlled.
Mm.
And you can tell that you did a lot of damage to him. But unfortunately, now he is 70 feet in the air and out of sight. Okay, so what does the rest of the group wish to do? Because it's evident that pretty quickly these Kelton people are going to turn on you. What do you guys want to do as a group?
Run.
Slaughter them. Oh, no.
Oh,
I don't think we have. I don't think we have the time to do that.
we don't have the manpower either. Okay, Haleth, what you've got the helm. Try to talk reason to them. Try to wake them up.
All right. I don't think.
As a reminder, I'll set the stage for you. Right, you have Keltons to the left and right, probably a few dozen of them.
Yes.
Maybe more, just so you can't see. There's a clear path that will take you out towards that graveyard that you first entered out into the sand. But again, you don't have camels. You can go the other way, deeper in, because that's not really being blocked. And then you have the Keltons up left, right. You do have the wizard up there for whatever he might do when his next action comes.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Does it look like the entirety of all the Kelton creatures are gathered around us, or will there be more beyond the path?
It's hard to tell. You feel like probably the bulk of them are here.
Okay. If there's a fighting force here, that would be it. This would be it. All right, Haleth. Slap one away.
Well, there's a clear path ahead of us, but there's a good chance they will attack us as well.
Mm-hmm.
I would look onto my comrades and say, let's make a run for it, but let's make sure there's a good chance they might these creatures will not gonna be following us, or at least slow them down. So I'll be throwing all of my oil flask down to the ground and light them up, just to create a firewall.
Nice. Okay, and that will mean you're then gonna kind of be staying behind a bit, right? While they escape, because you're throwing the oil out and lighting it. Correct, Hollis? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, and everyone else is going to flee towards the graveyard and then towards the sands, and then just hope that your survival will.
How heroic.
It was nice knowing you, Halep.
All right, so
Au revoir.
the four of you managed to run past. You do see a few straggling Kelton people watching as you go by, and in particular, but very quickly, too fast for you to stop and acknowledge it. you see very much older Kelton with a different kind of spear at a distance, watching you as you go by, and his eyes are not black. But you guys are running because at this point the Keltons that are controlled are coming after you. A lot of them they're all stopping. You can hear some screams as some of them may be getting burned. Some of them at least reacting to the fire they have to kind of back off from, as Brother Haleth is back there. So you guys get out now. Brother Haleth, they're going to be trying to come around the fire and kind of converge upon you as they're exiting. So I'm going to give them. They're going to have 5 chances or 5 rolls to try and grab you, because they're trying to grab you. Okay. And each one that grabs you will be a lesser chance for you to be able to escape or take action. So I'm going to roll 5 attacks. Your armor class is what?
There's a lot of grabbing and touching in this episode.
This is all we do. Yeah.
Your deity's running
grabbing
over
and
time, Aldrich. What can I say?
Yeah.
This is D&D, and this is how we roll.
Yeah.
Episode 2, grabbing and touching.
Actually,
Without
that
consent.
that should be one of our taglines. This is how we roll. Yeah.
Miserably.
All right. Armor class, Haleth.
What's your armor class?
Armor class. Howlett, 4.
4. Oh, nice armor class. Okay. So these guys, they do get a +1 when they work as a group, and they're converging upon you, so they each get a +1. So their chance, you said, is a what? A 4? A 4, right?
Yes. Armor class 4.
Yes.
All right, sir. So they need 2 dice. Okay. They need a 11 or more to hit, and there's 5 of them. That 5, because you escape most of them, right? You're like tossing a couple more flasks of oil and avoiding them and running around rocks, right? Doing your best to get out. So 5 attacks. They need I said 11, right? So 11. I have so many screens for 2 seconds sometimes to get the right screen. Here we go. Okay, so 1 hit, miss, hit, miss, and hit. Okay, so each one of those, you're going to have to make a. They're pretty strong, so it's going to have to be a 46 strength roll against your strength for each one individually to try and shirk them off. If you make all 3 of these, you escape with the group. If you don't, you're grabbed and they overwhelm you and overbear you. So let's go ahead. Your dexterity is Brother Haleth. That's Brother Brule. We're not using it right now. Where are you, Haleth? What's your dex, sir?
12.
12?
Yeah, that's 12. Yeah.
Okay,
12.
so roll 3d6, or sorry, 4d6 3 times. And each time you need to roll a 12 or less.
4d6.
46. You need a 12 or less. So you need a below average roll on each one.
Yes. 13.
Okay, just did it. Next one. Oh no, so you need to roll under. You said your dex is 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So roll 2 more times to see how grappled you get. So 1 grabs you. I would see the other one too.
So do another 4d6.
Yeah, two more times.
All right. Oh,
Nope. Okay, next one.
16.
One more time.
Ah,
Okay, yeah.
Oh
So,
my God.
so as you're running, one grabs both of his arms. He drops his spear, both arms, trying to pull you back, and you're resisting. And then another one goes and tackles you around the waist and kind of knocks you down. And the last one plants his hand on your face, kind of pushes you in, and just start to overwhelm. And you guys, as you're running, you look back and you see Haleth and just a horde of them just piling on top of Haleth.
Oh no. Okay.
But you escape.
About it till I see you again.
So when you guys get out of distance of the outcroppings and past that graveyard, you are now like, okay, we're running into sand, and you have survival skills. You guys have all lived in the desert for quite a while, so you can find ways to survive.
Yeah.
But the short term is what matters. However, maybe about let's say about a mile out, okay, because you guys are trying to just get distance at this point. About a mile out, you see a figure in all robes, and it's actually supposed to be the figure that's in the picture on Roll20. Have you guys seen that one?
Yes.
Right. So if you want to share it, you can. But essentially, you see that, and you see your camels with that figure, and the figure has, again, the robes. You don't know who this is. You could think it might be one of your Black Talon allies, which would make sense since one of them now is captured. but you don't know who it is.
All right. Let's see. We factor in the fact that we glimpsed an elderly villager who seemed to have not been affected by the spell being cast by the wizard, with no black eyes and holding an unusual spear. But that was way back when we left that area, and we see our camels, which we originally thought had become camel burgers already. Okay, we might as well approach and hail. Hey, you've got our camels.
Who goes there?
Okay. The figure's still kind of looking down.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the covering up the face.
Mm-hmm.
As you get closer, you're
Mysterious.
pretty sure it's not one of your allies. You would probably know by their stature or clothing.
Oh
or
my
something.
God, it's a Nazgul.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so it waits until you get closer, if you wish to engage it and speak with them.
Okay, since we don't have Hallett's helm of comprehending languages anymore, Thorn, you still with us?
Yes.
Yep.
Behind you.
You know what your role is. Come on.
So
Does it look human or?
Yeah.
It's humanoid.
Oh, you say okay.
Face is
Humanoid,
covered.
yeah.
You're probably about 100 feet away.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. That's still far.
maybe
All
try
right.
to approach.
Hmm.
Go Thorn.
Try to approach it and take a good close look at its face.
Okay. So as you approach, you see that this humanoid seems to look at you, assessing you for a second, and turns and produces this long blade and shoves it into the throat of the camel that he was riding, and it collapses onto the ground.
Oh, no.
I told you guys it's a Nazgul.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we paid good money for that camel. Okay.
And so now there are now 4 camels instead of 5.
Mm.
And what do you guys want to do?
It's standing among the camels in
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it has all tethered together. It's holding with the other hand.
Okay.
They're a bit restless as you'd expect.
Mm.
But they're domesticated, so
Yes.
they're used to different things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Clearly it has no regard for our property, and clearly it has no qualms about disposing of them. Let's see.
Nukem.
Aldrich, what do you think we should do?
Well, might as well get ready for it. Get ready on what's going to happen next.
Engage it.
But it's still, still communicate with it. It hasn't done anything. Just killed the camel.
That kind of it signals hostility, right?
Well,
I think that's
well,
a very distinction.
well, yeah, but maybe there's another reason. Because
maybe he hates camels. That's it.
Mhm.
Camels, what the heck?
Well, unless you guys want to attack at all at the same time, or what?
Okay.
Hey, all I'm saying, maybe that camel had it coming. Camel knew what it did.
So the humanoid speaks. There's a bit of a hesitation, right? You maybe you're approaching slowly. Either way,
Yes, we approach slowly, and we are horrified
Right.
at his act of killing one of our camels.
and
Right.
he says, "Is the wizard amongst you?" Because you guys are now also wearing your desert gear. You pull up
Yes.
your hoods and stuff,
Mhm.
and you hear a voice that you do not recognize. Say, "Is the wizard amongst you?" Roderick.
See, told you guys.
I acknowledge it is I. I step forward gingerly, but I acknowledge the fact that yes, I am the wizard, and this is my group.
He
What
says,
is it that you need?
Of it anyway.
"Then you will not need this one." And he turns, and he shoves his sword up into another one of the camels,
Oh no!
and it collapses. And now he lets go. They don't run away, but they back off because this guy's now murdering all the camels, right? So there's 3 camels left, and he's there.
Motherfucker!
he pulls-
Camels
he pulls
cost
down-
money, dude.
We're about to eat.
On the mask.
Okay.
On the mask, you guys recognize it's the priest that was murdered.
Oh,
Mm.
that's Shin.
Okay.
Shandor.
Oh my
I'm
God.
Kark. It's not Shandor. Blame
Okay.
Shandor, not Kark.
that was Shandor. Okay.
That
You
was
know,
Shandor.
okay. All right.
He says, "You, Roderick, we've gone to great lengths to bring you here.
Mhm. Oh no.
You need to return. Your friends are free to leave." And he points at now
He
the 3
gestures
camels
towards
that
the
are
camels. Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's it. Leave Broderick.
Yeah.
Grab Brother Halet's body and then we leave.
All right. I guess this is a good place to put a pin on this, guys.
Yeah. So, and
Yeah.
we can put a pin, and I have something to add here.
Mm.
So, Brother Haleth.
Haleth has been ambushed, and
So you wake up.
Mm.
So when they grappled, overwhelmed you, you just were unconscious. You were smothered. Probably took a couple punches. You wake up, and you are bound, not incredibly tightly, but you're bound. You have cloth all around your body. So you can tell that somebody basically rolled you up in a cloth and tied you up. You feel an immense pressure upon your body, and you can feel
I think he's gonna like this.
you can feel bits of sand that are kind of easing and oozing, creeping into the wrappings, and you have
Are they using sand on me?
Immediately
I have oil, you know.
you have trouble breathing. You realize you've been buried.
One at a time, okay? One at a time.
Buy me
Realize-
dinner first.
You realize
Maybe move a
now,
little bit 2 inches back, okay?
because of the pressure and the lack of ability to breathe and the sand, you realize that you've been buried alive.
Mhm. Okay. And this is where we put the pin on our adventure. All right. We are at a crossroads, and it's a question of whether Haleth is going to be surviving his live burial, and it's a question of whether my comrades are going to be dicks about this and leave me behind, or consider what our next actions are going to be. All right, this is a good place to put a pin on this, and I guess thank you so much, Eric and Joe. Take us home.
All right. So that's our Act 2 of our Curse of the Black Spire.
Mhm.
D&D Dungeons and Dragons episode. All thanks to Sir Erik Wahlberg, our dungeon master, and thank you also.
Luckily, nobody died this time. Okay.
Semi.
Slightly
Semi.
annoyed. I'm
Slightly
annoyed.
dead. I mean, maybe. I mean, no one's technically dead yet,
Except the camels.
except for the heroic elf
Yes.
from the previous episode.
Mhm.
So yeah, thank you so much, guys. And let's just do our quick shameless plugs. Let's start with the dwarf.
Go, Shorty.
The high, the low,
Make it short.
the low roller.
Yes,
If you have the high roller, you have the low roller.
that's
So-
true. That's true.
So one day Marcos of 123 Go Retro. You can catch me on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And see you on the next episode where we start. I mean, in the continuation of this story, and where we go to next.
Nice.
Where the hell we go to next, indeed. Next up, we got Kark.
Yes, right now there's not much going on, but you sure guys can actually catch me here on Timeless Gamers, and I do hope that Kark would do something amazing, unlike Shandor, who pretty much died on episode 1.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Thank you, thanks
Of
for
course,
that. And the leader of the group, Sir Aldrich.
Well, I'm not the leader of the group. Okay. You can catch me at any platform. Jomarat here. Support ROI. Support Shapul Emporium. That's it.
All right, thank you for that. And of course, the one who lived, the wizard.
The one who'll be sold.
All right. All
For
right.
3 goats.
Yes, this is Roderick, who apparently is going from being a bookworm inside of a library to the center of everything happening. You can find me here on timelessgamer.com all the time. You can also catch me streaming on kick.com and on twitch.tv under Banyaga Native. Variety of retro games and modern games, #FUFB. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the adventure. We definitely are. All right. Back to you, John.
Basically, Roderick is like, what if Harry Potter grew old and Voldemort took his revenge?
Mm.
And of course, we get the Dungeon Master, Sir Erik Wahlberg.
Hey guys, yeah. So I've been having a blast too. You guys are super fun. So yeah, thanks for coming to Act 2 of Curse of the Spire. This one can be called non-consensual touching. Yeah, we have a lot of things to sort out, which is what's going to happen to Haleth and who is the priest really, since apparently he was not only not killed, but also was a part of some plan.
Yes.
And then lastly, our poor wizard Roderick seems to be a very integral part of this story, unwillingly. So we have a lot of things to sort out. So it should be really fun next time. You can find me just on Facebook. I'm Erik Wahlberg. If you're into retro gaming, I worked at Sega and still make games for many years. And I'm on Dad Jokes and Dragons on TikTok. If you like cosplay and puns, it's the combination of both, specifically around fantasy stuff. Yeah, that's about it. I will see you guys whenever we'll schedule our next one. I will see you on the next episode.
Yes.
All right, thank you for that, Sir Erik. Shandor had to kill one person. He can't even do that right.
Yes.
One last dig. Such a heroic.
You just have
All right,
to.
thank you
You
all
just
so
have
much, everybody. And so next episode will be on our usual programming. We will be talking about fighting games, specifically tournament fighting games that came out from the year 2000s. The 2010s and the 2020s, not those yet, just the 2000s one. All right, we're working our way up. And that's the show, guys. And that's it. This is Dungeons and Dragons. That is how we roll. Pat pending. Nobody steal that for a t-shirt.
All right.
And thank you all so much. And our games in our bodies may grow out of date, but our gaming experiences will forever remain. Hey!
Timeless.
Timeless.
All right. See you guys again next week. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Enjoy your
Shout out to
week
my
coming up.
wife and son.
Okay. Bye then.
Bye.